Author Chuck Freeman. Just want to say right now, 1990, 30 years ago, the courts in Cecil County, Maryland framed me up for a bastard kid. It wasn't mine. I told him right off because I was being set up and I was told I was in 1989. They brought this girl in with a 4-year-old kid that was born in 1986. I'll state the guy's name, Matthew Lawrence Snyder. It's the truth. It's on record. So it's not a phony thing. They framed me up for a bastard kid. It wasn't even mine. And courts broke the law and everything here. And I tried to get a lawyer to take my case. He wouldn't take it. You have no money back then. You can't fight back. And plus, the lawyers I got went to Harry Barnes III and a few other lawyers. Oh, no, we won't take them judges on. They're our buddies, Judge Cold and Judge Rollins. And this is a fact. So this is not what you call discrimination or defamation of character. It's fact. It's on record. They broke the law. In 1991, I went to jail. Wouldn't pay child support. And I'm not writing a movie about this shit. But, it was a reason they wanted to get at me anyway. They were jealous of me because of the girls I hung with. I had beautiful women I hung with, like 9s and 10s, like movie stars in the colleges up there. And it was also of my music and the possibility of getting stories and stuff wrote. I don't have that stuff now, but it was all taken in 2008. I don't even know if my copyrights even exist in Washington, D.C. I go by Chuck Freeman. I can tell you my full name, but you already know it anyway. But I'm going to say right now, they come with a letter accusing me, saying this girl's making accusations. I said, I was never with this girl. And I said, you're trying to set me up. And I said, I was told I was being set up. I said, you're framing up for a bastard, it's something. And that's what I said. Because it was a bastard kid. Hey, fact is the fact. I didn't sleep with the girl, so how the hell could I? And the thing with it is, I don't have to explain myself, but I had surgery done in 1980. I couldn't even have no kids. But the thing with it is, right now, they've been messing with me in Cecil County, Maryland here. 1991, I went to jail. I filed a lawsuit. I found I could file a lawsuit. I filed a suit to the federal court. They stalled my case back, sent it back. You got to go through your court, go back to the Court of Appeals, which is a bunch of crap. Look who runs the court, the women's, and they got the welfare system all worked out crooked. The DNA testing is a bunch of crap. I filed a lawsuit, showed on paper where the courts deliberately violated my rights. They come with an arrest warrant and arrested me almost 3 months after they served me this order to take a blood test. I went back to them, and the order was no good. Wasn't even signed by a judge or nothing. I filed this to the federal court. I called to California about all this if they got my messages. I went to jail. I wouldn't pay for the goddamn bastard kid, and you wouldn't either. Would you if it wasn't yours and you knew you were being set up? Would you? I've talked to people around here in the past. They were paying for a bastard kid for 18 years, and they found out later on they covered up on the blood test results, and they lied about it. They found out that they weren't even the father of the kid. And the courts didn't pay them nothing. They should have went back and sued. I'd have sued the hell out of them. They should have. You try to sue a judge and see how far you get. These people, they're organized crime. The courts are crooked. Wait, look who's running the courts right now. Look who was running the courts back in 1990, 91. The president of Washington, D.C. and the governor's office had a hand in screwing me over, the FBI, because the FBI was in here bringing federal prisoners in Cecil County, Maryland. And the politicians right here had a hand in it. I sued them. in 1991, filed it, and they stalled my case back to the Court of Appeals and Special Appeals. Once it was done there, they said it was proved. They never did come back saying I lost my case, but they sent me to a hospital and drugged me up, made me look like a nutcase. And ever since then, in 2008, they took all my personal property. I don't have to say it. I'm not crying a story. I'm not looking for you people to pity me, or because there's people in Cecil County hearing this right now. Probably when it goes up, it goes online, like I'm putting it online. They'll try to keep it from online. But would you pay for it? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't pay for somebody else's kid. It's yours, would you? Would you pay for that? No. These people right here, they got themselves a game. There was people in Delaware and behind this, people in the music industry. Because if you look me up on YouTube, King Author Chuck, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't have to say any more. Even I had so-called family that had a hand in crapping all over me. So tell me people can't be framed up and set up, The thing of it is, I'll get online and I'll tell anybody. They're Elvis freaks around here, Bible freaks, and you got people running around here dressed in costume like they're Mennonites and whatever else. Half these people are all related. The ones that work in the jail system, the police department. Look at their faces. They may be all the way down state of Maryland, all the counties in the state of Maryland, Delaware, wherever, Virginia. These people are all related. Hey, just remember, they killed President, so-called Kennedy in '63, didn't they? And suppose he got away with it, whoever they killed back then, and got away with it. They showing you whatever happened. They could show you how they could kill somebody and get rid of them. Won't you ask Washington, D.C. down there who that got buried, the 3-4 bodies that got buried behind the Lincoln Memorial, where Lincoln's got his statue ass sitting there, and ask him who's buried in the Robert E. Lee house up there above where Kennedy's grave is, in that Robert E. Lee house in Arlington Cemetery. I've already asked him. I know who's buried there, and I don't need to. I was given information high up. That's why they told me in 1989 I was being set up. They told me I was being set up back in the early 80s. They said the military and the government had something to do with all this shit. Hey, I had a suit in the federal court and should have won. But you think they're going to let you remove 2 judges, circuit court judges, and Judge Rollins had this Joe called Judge Rollins had his damn family working at the jail over there at Cecil County Detention Center then. They rebuilt it since then, but also that Judge Cold, his family had people, he looked related to Robert Byrd, Senator West Virginia. He looked related to him, this Judge Donaldson Cold. He was crooked as hell because he knew some of my family. My family knew he wasn't no but a damn drunk, and that's a fact. They went in and caught him drinking in American Legion in Perryville years ago, when he was the state's attorney, before he became a judge in 1980. Why would Judge Cold in 1997, after all this happened, congratulate me, get me in court? Congratulations for what? That's another strange matter. But look at all these bakers they use, all these names they're using. But they're all related. And they got that Bible freak stuff in their hand, too. They got making money off that scam. You people don't give a damn. And California's behind some of this shit because they got their families living out here tied up with the movie industry. You think they can't bug a person and study him like an animal? They've had me bugged. I know they did. Thank you for your time. Just remember when I told you, if anybody's out there listening that's decent, military can screw you over, think they can get away with it until somebody stomps on them. They need another, when you get another ass whipping like Vietnam, maybe you'll quit. They need to come over here and they sent your soldiers out to die like gladiators. These young guys, they need to come over and beat the shit out of the system and be done with it.